Bonjour tout le monde. Hi, I'm Randy Polk, your instructor, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to go over some things with you, especially if you're new to the online learning environment and are missing that face-to-face contact. Some of the main points from the chapter are asking basic questions to introduce yourself, as well as numbers and letters. So I wanted to just go over a couple of those things so you get used to hearing and also knowing how to respond to questions and such. So for your first question, comment allez-vous? Okay, so comment allez-vous? Oops. Comment allez-vous? How are you? Okay. You may also hear that as a little bit more informal question with comment ça va? Comment ça va? Comment allez-vous? So this one is going to be a little bit more formal, whereas this one is still appropriate, but also not quite as formal. You can also leave that question as ça va, right? And you're going to use that very often with your friends and so forth. So the answer to any of these questions, you notice that there is a little bit of repetition here, so we can say ça va. You can leave it at that. You might want to add a little bit of context as to how well or not well you're doing. You might say ça va bien, it's going well, or ça va mal, if it's not going so well. One of the common questions that sounds a lot like that, especially when you're getting acclimated to hearing French, is comment vous appelez-vous? I can't type today. Comment vous appelez-vous? Okay, so that one is, what is your name? So I've asked you how you're doing, what's your name? And this one you might answer with something like je. I told you I'm having trouble typing today. Je m'appelle, and whatever your name is, right? So for me, I would, right? Okay. Let's practice some letters and then we'll move on to numbers. For the letters, I will give you a series of letters and you just are going to write the letters that you hear and come up with a word. Okay? So the first one, B, O, N, J, O, U, R. Okay? So you would say, well, you type or write, I suppose, B, O, N, J, O, U, R. Bonjour. You probably noticed that these two letters are a little bit different, sort of reversed as to what you're accustomed to. So the first one you would have J and then J. Let's try another one. This one will be two words because I'm going to give you the article that goes along with the noun. So we'll have first word, le, elle, eux. Okay. Second word, F, R, A, N, C, C, D, A, I, S. Okay. F, R, A, N, C, C, D, A, I, S. Le français. You notice that accents, while you may be annoyed by them at times, they are important to the pronunciation. In this particular word, le français, if you didn't have the CD in there on your C, it would be le franquais. So it is used to soften the C sound and make it sound like an S. Okay? You're probably familiar with C, C, D. Oh, that's not what I want to be. The O, accent circonflexe. So the little hat, carrot, however you want to look at it, works for that. You also have the E, accent aigu. Okay, so that would be an E with the accent aigu is the one going that way. And then you have the other accent, grave. So that would be read as E accent grave. Okay, let's move on to numbers. You may have seen my message about telephone numbers in France and how they're written as 10 numbers in pairs. So I'll read them that way, and I'll read them once and then I'll type them, and you can see if you have done well with that or not. Okay, so the first one will say 01, 22, 41, 15, 17. Okay, 01, 22, 41. You notice that when you have 1, you have a. 41. Whereas if you had a different number, if that were 42, you have 42. You don't have the a except for when it's 1. 41, 15, et 17. Okay. And the second one will be 06, 13, 03, 20, 50. Okay. 06, 13, 03, 20, 50. Voila! I'll be sending out an activity for you to work on over the weekend or at the beginning of the week. We'll just see how things go. And you'll have some practice on this to work on as well. Let me know if you have any